Good evening, everybody. So, welcome. This is the Empowerment Corner Thursday. This is where it's at. This is where it goes down in the Empowerment Corner. I'm going to share real quick. Welcome in, y'all. This is the Empowerment Corner where we go live every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I share a word to uplift, to encourage, something you may be dealing with or you may encounter in coming up. So this is designed to pick you up a bit, to uplift you, to give you a different perspective on how to go about doing life. Because sometimes, listen, life be lifing. And we don't know how to get through it. We don't know what the next step is. We don't know what to do when life start lifing. So that is the purpose of this empowerment corner, to just lift you up, to give you some encouragement, to help you understand what you may not know is going on. Hey, sis, hey. So that is what the purpose of this empowerment corner is for. I am your girl, Jaquita B. I am your empowerment and confidence coach. I help women find their purpose, overcome trauma and hurt of their past, and learn to use what you already possess to birth and go forth, right? So that is my purpose. That's what I do. As y'all know, if you have not been on my live before, I am a true gospel girl. So everything over here is Holy Spirit led, okay? So I am a gospel girl. And I was trying to think of a name that I can, kind of call. Hey, Monica, how you doing? I was trying to call, my people who come on, who faithful. And I've been thinking about GQ. That's Gospel Queens, and GK, Gospel Kings. So I'm thinking about, that's gonna be, my clan, my name for my people who be ready to hear what I got to say. So I think that's what I'm gonna name y'all. My GQs, my gospel queens, and my GKs, my gospel kings. But anyway, tonight we are talking about there is beauty in your brokenness. There is beauty in your brokenness. You like that, sis? I like it too. I kind of like that too. So I think I'm gonna use that. Okay. So today's topic is there is beauty in your brokenness, and how do you find the beauty in your brokenness? That's what we're going to be talking about. So take a few minutes to share the live, to give me some love, tap the screen, and we're gonna do like a little mental check-in before we get started. Hey TikTok, how y'all doing? Give me some love over here. Let me know. Hey YouTube, let me know how y'all feeling. What's going on? What's your mental state? You good? You happy? You all right? You need a little pick me up? You need some prayer? Like, let me know what's going on. Talk to me. Talk to me. How y'all feeling? Right? Going good? Going good? Okay. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the love. I appreciate it. Share the live for me. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. Okay. So listen. Broken when we are in a phase in our lives, brokenness happens because life be life, right? We go through different things, and different things affect everybody differently. So feeling good, okay, good. So different things affect different people differently. And depending on how you handle whatever the situation is that you've encountered, it could shake you. It could rock you to your core. It could make you feel, excuse me, it could make you get into a place where you feel broken, like you don't know where to go. You don't know how to pick yourself up. You don't know what to do in certain situations. So that leave you feeling like you at rock bottom, like, dang, I done hit rock bottom. So brokenness happens when we become so stressed and so crushed that we don't have no choice but to lean on God. Like we feel like the only way out of that situation is if God fix it himself. That's how you know that you are broken. If you've endured something, if you are going through a situation and when you feel like, man, only God could get me out of this, that's how you know that you are broken. So we're going to talk about when you get into that place of brokenness, how do you find the beauty in that? How do you get to a place where your brokenness is not affecting the relationships that you have? Your brokenness is not affecting you going after your dreams and your goals and trying to accomplish those things that you set out for yourself. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight, because I know in living you will get to a place of brokenness, right? And brokenness happens when we've experienced heartbreak, we've experienced trauma and pain from other people. Maybe our consequences from our actions have put us into a place that have gotten us to a place where we feel broke. Like we don't know, I don't know why I did what I did, but now the consequences is I done broke myself. So brokenness happens, either when you lose somebody unexpectedly or through a tragedy. Like brokenness can happen in so many ways, and sometimes we don't know how to deal with it, right? So we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna unpack that a little bit, okay? So when you are in a state of brokenness, sometimes what it will get you, it will make you have a victim mindset. A victim mindset. If you carry a victim mindset, then you will begin to have victim behavior. You will begin to display victim behavior. Oh, woe is me. Well, they did this to me. They did that to me. Instead of taking accountability and seeing how you can come up out of your brokenness, you become a victim and you feel like everybody around you is doing something to you. You're in the state or in the place that you're in because the actions of other people, what they did, how they treated you, instead of like looking at your situation and saying, how can I make this better? How can I get up out of this state that I'm in? So we don't want to be the problem with brokenness. We don't want to be in brokenness and have a victim mindset, because then we don't take accountability and we feel like, people are supposed to give us a handout. We feel like people are supposed to break their neck to support us and do other things in our brokenness when we don't see how to get out of it ourselves. So we don't want to do that. Thank you for the love over here on TikTok. Continue to tap the screen and share, right? So we talking about how there is beauty in your brokenness and how to find it. When you are also broken, you find yourself having the inability to function properly. You can't go after your purpose. You can't take care of your family. You can't go to that job and perform it. You can't run your business effectively because you are in a state of brokenness and you are playing that victim. You have that victim mindset. So you don't want to be in a place where you feel like you're broken and you take on the role of being a victim. Then you can't pursue your goals. You can't accomplish those things that you put out to do. So being broken, it makes you in it makes it difficult to go after your dreams, and it becomes foggy. Like your brokenness sometimes fogs your vision, it fogs your mindset, it fogs you so that you will not be able to see clearly on the decisions that you need to make, right? So that's the reason why we talking about what happens in your brokenness, and then we're going to talk about the beauty of it. Okay. So in your brokenness, you are what? Emotionally unstable. When you're emotionally unstable, you don't know how to communicate very well. Some of your actions can come off as being like, what's up with that? Or why they doing certain things. You know what I mean? So you become emotionally unstable and you cannot communicate effectively. You cannot express your feelings effectively. You cannot take in people's feelings or receive, the communication from others. So that's where your brokenness will get you in trouble. So we try. That's what we don't want to stay in our brokenness. We want to look at our brokenness as an opportunity. So we want to look at our brokenness as an opportunity to turn our life around, to start on a new foot, right? So also, your brokenness can decrease your confidence. Y'all know I am the queen of confidence. I am a confidence and empowerment coach. So when you become broken, it really takes a number on your confidence. You feel like everything that you're doing, you have to go back and check yourself. It's like you got to double check in the how you once saw yourself. You don't see yourself like that anymore. You don't see yourself being the confident person that you're able to be, where you can carry out your assignment, where you can make sure everybody in your family is taken care of, where you are being a responsible adult. Like that takes a toll on your confidence in how you run your household, how you carry yourself, how you look at you. Like you can't go out there and step like you normally step because your brokenness is taking a toll on your confidence. You feeling like you can't see yourself at your best. So we have to understand that our brokenness, it really takes a toll on us. But because we are in a broken state, that is not our identity. It is not our identity because we are broken. That doesn't give us that doesn't justify the type of person that we are. That only tells us we are going through a period of transitioning. We're going through a period of transitioning so that we can be a better version of ourselves and so that we can get to that next level. Right? So now, being broken too long, you will begin to hurt the innocent people that are around you that don't even have nothing to do with the situation that broke you. When they say hurt people, that is a real true like statement. Hurt people because they can't see that they're hurting you because they're hiding behind their own pain. And it's like what somebody made me feel, I want to make you feel that way too. Why you can't feel the hurt that I'm feeling? Some people take that perspective and that avenue of approach when they are broken. So you don't want to get into a place where you're broken for so long that you hurt the people who are actually there to help you and to support you and to get you further along. Right? Yes, we don't want to be in a place of brokenness. Thank y'all. Join, tap the screen, give me some love, and share the live for me. So listen, we don't want to be in a place of brokenness too long because we don't want to hurt the people who love us. We don't want to hurt the people who are really there that's going to be our ride or die, that's going to, help us get through that situation. We don't want to do that. So being in a place of brokenness too long, it will cause you to hurt people that don't need to be hurt, tear down meaningful relationships. Like you spent some time building those relationships that are around you. And when you're in a place of brokenness, you can tear that thing down like that. It's so easy to tear it down, but it's hard to build up because then you got to build up that trust, you got to build up that loyalty, you got to build up the communication level with you and those people who are in your circle all over again. But it's so easy to tear it down. And at some point in your brokenness, you start to feel like it's normal. Like it's okay for me to be broken. It's okay for me to play victim. It's okay for me to walk around like, I'm not doing anything wrong. It's y'all, it's not me. So when you are broken for so long, you begin to think that it's okay and nothing is wrong with you. It's the people that are around you. So I am talking about I have three different lives going. I got Facebook, I got YouTube. So I'm talking about using turning your brokenness into beauty. That's what I'm talking about. But so yeah, we don't want to be in a place of brokenness for so long because we can't fully be ourselves. We hide behind our pain. We put on a mask and make it seem like everything is okay. We come to feel like I know I'm looking down, I'm looking up, so that's why I look like I'm all over the place. So yeah, you can't fully be yourself. You are wearing a mask because you don't really want to be vulnerable with people. You don't really want people to see the inside. You don't really want people to see what it is that you're hurting from. So you wear a mask and you don't carry yourself like you normally would carry yourself. So being in brokenness so long, you become another person, and people don't even realize that it's you, and it's like, what is going on? Like, I don't know who this person is, you know what I mean? So you have to be able to realize, like, I gotta, even though I'm in pain, even though I'm going through a state of brokenness, like, I still have to handle myself accordingly and those who are around me. I cannot get to a place where I'm in this spot for too long. You become depressed, and depression leads to other things and other thoughts that can harm you and other people around you. So that's the reason why I do these empowerment corners on Thursdays at 7:30, because it gives you a different perspective in how to fix things and how to get out of certain situations so that you're not in a place of turmoil for a long period of time, right? And also in your brokenness, you letting the people down. People can't depend on you. Hey, Lady McCullum, how you doing? People cannot depend on you. Thank you. Like the screen for me, Kiki. Look, my name Kiki too. Hey, sis. Hey. But anyway, listen. So you become unreliable. People can't depend on you in your state of brokenness because you're so wrapped up in what you have going on. The people who depend on you to feed them, your children, the people who depend on you to support them, the people who depend on you to put out encouraging word, or whatever the case may be, whatever it is that you do, you become unreliable because your emotions are unstable. You up and down, you up and down, you swaying from left to right, and people can't depend on that. So that comes from being in a place of brokenness for so long. Now, now what we're gonna talk about is, what are you gonna do with that brokenness? You gonna take it to God, or you gonna take it to the world? What are you going to do? Take it to God, or you gonna take it to the world? And I'm here to tell you the reason why you need to take it to God and why you shouldn't take it to the world. Okay. So, taking your brokenness to the world, you force yourself to do and make decisions that you don't want to make because your pride is in the way. When you take your brokenness to the world, your pride is in the way, and you feel like you got to make decisions because you don't want the people to see that you at your lowest. You don't want the people to see that you struggling. You don't want the people to see that what you're going through is taking a toll on you and it got you by your neck. So you will take it to the world and make decisions based on what people want to see instead of what you really need to do. Yes, take it to God, right? And if you taking it to the world, like, you feeling like they're gonna judge you, so you can't be honest with yourself. You can't be honest with the people around you because you're afraid that they are going to judge you. You are afraid that they are going to judge you. When you take your brokenness to the world, you feel like you can't really, your voice can't really be truly heard because they're gonna judge you. You feel like that I can't allow them in because then they're gonna see what I'm really going through, and then they're gonna judge me. And it's so unfair to be around. You know, when you feeling you're trying to come out of something, but people place judgment on you. So you don't want to take it to the world because the world is going to judge you. They don't even really know the full story all the time. But guess what? They're going to judge you. They don't know half of what's going on, but they're going to judge you. So that's why you don't want to take your brokenness to the world. Your pride gets in the way. You don't want to let them see you sweat. Now you feel like you got to take actions and you got to pick yourself up. You got to be strong to the world and you got to pick yourself up. But sometimes being strong is really making you weak. In some areas where you feel like I got to be strong in this area, I got to pick myself back up, is really weakening you because you're doing things that you don't need to be doing. And it's going to put you in situations that you feel like you're going to have to dig yourself out of it constantly, constantly, constantly. The right connection is so important. That's right. That's right. You want to be around the right people, right? Taking it to the world, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing when you take your brokenness to the world. It is embarrassing because maybe you did something, maybe you committed a sin, and the consequences for that sin or that law that you broke or whatever the case may be, the consequences are embarrassing, and you don't want people to see that part. You don't want to have to face people so that they can see what you did, and now you got to pay for that. My situation caused me to be broken. It was in front of everyone, but God turned it for my good. Yes, God will turn that thing around so fast. We're going to get to that, sis. God will turn that thing around so fast because the brokenness is really, when you are broken, it's really a tool. It is a tool that God uses to get you back connected to Him. It is a tool that God uses for those who have wandered off, for those who've been lost, who don't really know what's going on with their life. God will break you down. If He got to humble you, He will break you down so that you have no choice but to come back to Him and build a relationship with Him. And when people break you down, when God, because the chosen ones always get broke down. When there's a calling on your life, when there's something special about you, when your anointing is particular to you, and God is using you to do something great, like people will come against you, people will break you down. And that brokenness is for the setup for you to become greater. That brokenness that happens from those people who don't understand what's on your life, that is going to come from that comes from the setup. Like that brokenness is setting you up. Yes, there is a scripture that says God heals the brokenheartedness. I wrote it down. It's Psalms 147:3 says, He healeth the broken heart and bindeth up their wounds. So the brokenness is a perfect place for God to come in and heal those broken wounds and bind up those wounds and heal that brokenness. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So when you get to that place and you feel like the world is not where it needs to be, the world is not supporting you, you can't count on the world, baby. You got to take that brokenness to God. And I'm going to tell you, when you take that brokenness to God, what happens? Because God is a God, He wants to see you heal. He wants to see you whole. He wants you living in abundance. He wants you living and walking in victory. So when you get into your mind and in your spirit that I just need to surrender this to God. I just need to give this to God. When you surrender it to Him, He already want to see you above what you're going through anyway. So He gonna be like, come on, my daughter, come on, my son. I am getting ready to heal you. I'm getting ready to make you whole. I'm getting ready to do something new on the inside of you. So that brokenness is the perfect place for you to become whole. It's the perfect place for you to begin something new. It's the perfect place to take you on a new journey. So that brokenness, I'm telling you, is for a purpose. God will use all of it. Every bit of that brokenness, He will use it all. Once you get in your mind, the world just ain't doing it for me. Right? Because we in a time and a place where we want society to give us the answers. We want society to accept us. We want society to be on the bandwagon with us. We want society to support us. But let me tell you something. Nobody and nothing can support you like God, because in your brokenness, you got to surrender that thing to Him and watch how He turn it around. Right? God has the power to turn your pain into purpose. When you give it to Him, He will give you an idea. He will give you a strategy to turn that pain into purpose and to use it to get you out of that spot that you're in. Right? Even in your brokenness, God will use you to deliver other people. Even in your brokenness, God will use you to uplift somebody else. I'm glad I came across your live. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep evangelizing and watching God. Thank you, sis. I appreciate that. Yes, thank you so much. So yeah, He will turn He will give you beauty for your ashes. Everything that the outside world has beat you up with, everything that you have gone through, everything that you felt like you've been done wrong, somebody took advantage of you. Guess what? God gonna use all of that. He gonna use all of that, queen. He gonna use every bit of it to set you up for your greater. That's when he used us the most. That's right. In our brokenness is when he used us the most, because when you start to see his hand on you and how he's using you, baby, that's going to put some fire up under you. That's going to give you some strength that you didn't know you had. And you're going to come up out of it. You're not going to feel broke no more. You're going to come up out of it like, oh, I got a little bit of shape back. Let me go ahead and continue out my walk. Let me go ahead and pick this back up. Because when we are broke, we tend to lay stuff down. We tend to forfeit the things that are going to bless us. But when you get into that place and God begins to use you in your brokenness, baby, it's going to give you some shape back. Yes, greater is coming. It's going to give you some strength you didn't know you had. Look, you're going to put on that backpack and you're going to keep on trucking. Hey, sis, hey, how you doing? In your brokenness, God will give you comfort and peace. Sometimes when you are going through, even though you're going through, it's like a peace that will come over you that you just know everything gonna be all right. It's a comfort that he gives you that you just feel like, man, it is looking bad, but I know that God taking care of me. I know that he's pulling me out of some stuff, right? In your brokenness, he will give you the greatest peace that you've ever experienced, and you will know that I'm all right. It may look like I'm struggling over here to the people on the outside. It may look like it's hard. I'm going through a hard situation, but baby, that peace that he give you, you're not gonna worry. You're not gonna stress. You're not gonna try to make something happen, because you're gonna be all right, just knowing God finna bring you out. God finna he coming through. He coming through. But you gotta understand that your brokenness is your transition. It is your transition for your greater. It is your transition for that new level. It is your transition to unlock the stuff that's been kept on the inside of you, because your brokenness, it suppresses that greater that's on the inside of you. So that is the perfect time for God to pull all of that stuff out, to heal you and to begin to let you flourish. You're going to bloom. You're going to blossom, right? Hey, y'all. Hey, thank y'all for tuning in. The joy that God gives you in the midst of all the hell that we endure. Come on, somebody. Look, we even in our going, that joy is unspeakable. It's like a feeling you can't, and they be like, why she so happy? She just went through a divorce. Why she over there praising God? She about to lose everything. Why she over there so happy? How she still up looking? Look, God will make you look like you on top, but you're actually just coasting. You actually just coasting until he do what he gonna do. But that's because of that joy that he give you, that nobody can give and nobody can take. Yes, God is our peace. And I did divorce and lost everything. Look at that, sis. I divorced too, and my house was almost foreclosed. Divorced, trying to raise 3 kids. My house was almost foreclosed, and many people don't know my car got repossessed. I had to get all of that back. Like a whole lot of stuff was going on, but guess what? The world never knew, because I was sitting in a position where God kept me so much at peace. Yes, God kept me so much at peace. If I wouldn't tell you the things that I've been through, you will never know what I've been through because I don't show it. Because I know the God that I serve, baby, the God that I praise and worship, he comes through every time, right? It's a lot of stuff that people will never know that we go through because when you're in a place of brokenness and it's just you and God, when it's just you and God, ain't nothing else needed. Because sometimes you got to get in the place where it's just you and God. It's just you and you just going back and forth. Okay, God, I need this. I need what's my next step? So sometimes he gonna tell you, and sometimes he just gonna, it's a process. You just gotta trust him, right? And with God, you get forgiveness. Right? When you're in your brokenness and you've done something to cause the brokenness on yourself, you've done something, you've committed a sin, or you've done something that is not pleasing in the eyes of God, you can get forgiveness when you give your brokenness to God. You don't have to carry that with you. Once you have done what it is that you've done and you need forgiveness from God, you got to accept that thing, confess, repent and confess, accept what you've done and give it to God and ask for forgiveness, and he will forgive you. He will give you grace. And then you will begin to give yourself grace. When you understand that God has forgiven you for your wrongdoing, then you will forgive yourself. You will make it easy on yourself. Hey baby, my daughter on. You will forgive yourself, and it makes it easier to continue the process of your healing, to continue the process of going through what it is you need to do to get to the other side. Yes, thank God we don't look like what we've been through. Grace wins the race. Facts, right? So listen, brokenness is beautiful because what? It's the beginning of a new journey. Sometimes it's scary starting over, but when you're in a place where you allow God to start your journey over, give you a fresh start, it's beautiful because you start to see that the things that you've never known that you could do, you start to see that thing blossom like no more, like never before. You start to see a new version of you. You start to see, oh, I didn't even know that I like that. You start to get new desires in your heart that aligns with the will that God has over your life. Like when you give it, your brokenness is so much beauty. It carries so much beauty because I don't know if any of you feel like this, but when I'm learning something new, it's like I got a fire under me. It's a spark on the inside of me. So when you discover the newness that God is placing on the inside of you, the newness that your healing is bringing forth, it's going to be like, wow, oh my God, like I didn't know. This what I've been holding on to for all this long time. Like I didn't know this is what it is. Like you get a fire, you get motivated, you like I'm on my journey of healing. So now I understand. I see what God is doing, and it's so beautiful. And you get excited. You want to begin to see what more He's going to do. So then your walk with Christ becomes a little bit more committed. You become consistent with talking to God. That's why your brokenness carries beauty because it unlocks the newness of your journey, the newness of that person that you need to become, right? And it is beauty in your brokenness because it makes room for you to build true character, for you to build a character of God, for you to cleanse your heart. Because in the midst of, y'all, hold on a second. My iPad getting ready to go dead. My TikTok, hold up. Sorry, y'all. I had to take an intermission real quick. I don't want my people on TikTok to go dead. Uh-oh. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. It was getting good too. Hold on. I got to fix something. Sorry, y'all. Okay, what I was saying. Yeah, yes. Your brokenness produce beauty because it cleanses your heart. It gives you a new posture. It positions your heart to be in a better place. Cleanliness, like it positions you to have good character, right? It positions the beauty of your brokenness is you build up your character because people will judge you off of your character. I want to have good character. So when people hear stuff about me in the street, they be like, nah, no, I can't believe that by her because my character, it holds weight. My character, it has substance to it. So in your brokenness, God will begin to build your character because your character it has longevity to it. When you get inside these different positions in these different environments, your character will withstand because people will not believe what they hear, but they will believe what they've experienced. And your character it gives people an experience of the type of person that you are, right? So that's the beauty of your brokenness. When you give it to God, He will make you beautiful in your character. He will make you beautiful in your heart, where your heart posture begins to change, so that when you begin to do things, you do it with pure intention, right? So that's how your brokenness. There's beauty in your brokenness. The experience, right? You gonna have when you if you ever have been in my presence or been around me, my character is an experience. God has built that thing up to where it's an experience. It's not something that you just pass by, right? I'm gonna have to hold this. In your brokenness, it's like I said before, it's the transition to your greater level. It's not your identity. You won't be there for a long time. You won't be there forever because God is working and pruning you in your transition period. He is pruning you to be better. He is strengthening you to handle some other things that's getting ready to come into your life. Because when there is brokenness, you become weak in certain areas. So God got to strengthen you back up, not only for what you just went through or what you're going through, but for what's ahead as well, right? By your fruits you are known. That's right, First Lady. Certain stuff you just can't say and be like, and believe. My brokenness birthed out the intercessor and prophetic in me, Jesus, the wilderness season, my God. Yes. Listen, sis, my brokenness birthed out what I'm doing right now. So I can totally agree with that. A prayer warrior. I never prayed the way that I can pray right now. Listen, that brokenness will make that oil flow. You hear me? The brokenness gonna bring that oil up at you. And that oil ain't gonna have no choice but to flow. That's why people will know the oil when they see you, because that brokenness make it flow a whole different way. It's heavy. It make that thing heavy. That brokenness ain't nothing to play with, but it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Hey lady, how you doing? It's so beautiful. Right? When you discover that oil, baby, and you see how it start to break them shackles off, it start to break, the bondage that you in when you experience that oil on a level that you've never seen before. You understand that brokenness was needed. I needed that. I needed that. Yes. Your brokenness will allow you to open your eyes to the truth. Because sometimes when we going through stuff, it's like we take on our ancestors. We take on the truth of our ancestors. We take on the truth of the generations before us. But when we begin to go through our brokenness, it makes us unpack everything that we've been through in the cycles that we see our family going through. It makes us look at stuff differently. Because it's like, now I know something ain't right. Look at you see them cycles so plain and clear. That brokenness will open up the truth, because then you'll realize, okay, well, this person went through that and I'm going through it too. This person went through that, I'm going through it too. Something got to change. How we finna break this? The curse stops with us, sis. That's right. Amen. Something got to change. So that brokenness opens your eyes to the truth, and it renews your mind. It renews your mind. When you give that brokenness to God, He will have you seeing some stuff and realizing and increasing your discernment. And increasing your discernment. So things that used to pass by, things that used to get under your skin, things that used to affect you, it won't no more. You learn how to deal with life on a different level. You learn how to deal with different circumstances and the people that you encounter differently when you give your brokenness to God. He turns that pain. He teaches you how to love, right? You experience love on another level in your brokenness. I've never felt God's greatest love for me until I was in my brokenness. I really felt what real love was. That's why it's so much beauty in your brokenness. To discover that love and to experience that and really feel it and know what it is, my God, there's beauty in that. There is so much beauty in that. Love is the key. That's right. Yes, there's so much beauty in discovering God's love. Because when you experience that love, then when you come out on the other side and you come out on the other side of that broken, you know how to teach people how to love you, and you know how to give love. Because you can't just come up over here with any old type of thing. I'm telling you now. You can't just come over here because I'm a king's kid. You know what I'm saying? He done taught me some stuff, how I'm supposed to be loved. He done taught me how to give love. You can't just come over here and think you finna just give out any old thing. Yes. It feels so good to be in a close-knit relationship with God. Never experienced it like this before. Right? Love is totally different when you experience it in your brokenness. It gives you a high. You know what I mean? Like it just puts you in a place where you just be like, you want to hum, you want to sing, you just smiling. You don't know why you smiling, because you done experienced the love of God. Yes, I know who I am now. When you experience that love of God, you know who you are. You know who you are, you know what you're not. You know what to allow in your space. You know what areas not to go to. You know what not to do. Like you know. Like I'm talking about no. A spirit of knowing. Like instantly you will know what's not, what don't fit. Because in your brokenness, God has taught you that love. He has taught you some things. He has taught you to be Yes, bask in it. That's the word I'm looking for, Lady McCullum. Bask in it. Yes. He has taught you some things. And baby, you're stronger than you've ever been when you experience God in that brokenness. That's why your brokenness is so, it turns into a beautiful process. There's beauty in your brokenness. But you, when you running around here, you griping and complaining about what's going on with you, who did this to you, and you feeling like, why everybody turning their back on me? Turn that energy to God. Turn that fire to God so that he can work on that, so that he can begin to make your ashes turn into beauty. Literally. You cannot be in a place of brokenness and be, woe is me. Everybody against me. Well, they did this to me. Something, shut it off. Shut it off. Get into a place of consecration and surrender whatever it is to God. I can't fix it. The people around you can't fix it. We ain't God. You got to let God fix that thing. And know when to let go and get your hands off of trying to fix it yourself. You cannot, certain things, when God break you down to a certain point, can't nobody fix it but him. And that's why he do it. That's why he allowed those things to break you, because he needs you to be back with him. He needs you to get in alignment with what he got on your life. He needs you to carry out a certain mission. He needs you to be who he created you to be. So he allowed that brokenness to happen so that he can get you back right. Right? As I said before, brokenness is a strategy for God to use to bring his children back into his arms, to bring his children back into alignment. Right? So that's how your brokenness, there's beauty to your brokenness. You just got to look at it a different way. You just got to look at it as a way of it being a transition and a new journey for you to discover the newness about who you are, for you to figure out what is it that I need to accomplish in this season right now. What lessons do I need to learn? What am I going to birth from this? Because when you hit bottom, the only way is up. How are you going to go up? By birthing something. How are you going to go up? By walking in alignment with God's will and purpose for your life. How are you going to go up? By being obedient, by being healed, by allowing him to make you whole again. Have those hard conversations with yourself, with God. Sometimes it's hard for us to do that. But in order for you to get to a place where you want to feel good about you, you got to have them. You got to have them hard conversations. We know we're not perfect. No, we don't always get it right. But that's the beauty of going back to the drawing board and repenting and asking God for forgiveness, because he's going to show you something that you missed. He's going to show you something that you don't know. Every time you get into that sacred place with God, he's going to expose some things that you never knew. He's going to expose it in his word. He's going to expose what it is that you need to pursue. He's going to expose the things that you need to pick back up that maybe you just left by the wayside because the pain, you just couldn't pick it up no more. The pain made you sit it down. The pain made you bury it. But he will tell you what to pick back. Start that thing again. Pick it back up. So there's beauty in your brokenness. You begin to see new. You begin to hear new. You begin to walk new. You got a different style about you. Right? So don't allow your brokenness to make you crumble. Don't allow your brokenness to make you become a victim. Look at the beauty in that thing. Right? So listen, I done been on here for a minute. I appreciate y'all. I hope whatever I've shared tonight gave you some encouragement. It uplifted your spirit. It began to, I hope that it worked on you and you be thinking about some stuff. Like what is it that I feel like I'm healed. I feel like I'm past that. But when that thing come up again and you feeling a little uneasy, then you not healed. You not over it. You not past it. So think about it. You know, some of the stuff that I've shared. I thank y'all for joining. I am a confidence and empowerment coach. I have new t-shirts on the website. If you are new to joining my live or following me, I have a saying that I always say: spread love, seek light, and mind your blessings. So I do have t-shirts on my website. It's the woo. Y'all, the enemy tried to take me out just then. Woo, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. Listen, the website is www. Hold on. Woo, Lord. Okay. The website to purchase a t-shirt is www.queenscomewithfavor.com. Queens Come With Favor. It is also in my profile, the link. Click on the link to go to my website to purchase. I do have some new t-shirt designs that are up there. So go take a look. I have some workout gear, I have some new t-shirts, um, all things empowerment. That's what my website is for. All things empowerment. It's going to empower you to feel good about the person that you are. It's going to empower you to help the next person be inspired by something by just putting a t-shirt on, like inspire the people, right? So I thank y'all again. And if you are interested in working with me to build your confidence, to build a deeper relationship with God, and to walk in your purpose and build with the things that you already possess, you can schedule a breakthrough session with me. The link is in my bio as well. We will get on my calendar. We'll talk about it and see if I'm a great fit and see how we can move forward. So I thank y'all for all the love and the support. And I'm just trying to be a good servant of God. And look, y'all, if y'all came on late, I was thinking about a name that I wanted to name my clan. You know how um, Beyonce got the beehive and all of that stuff. Like I wanted to name my people. So I was thinking about GQ. Gospel Queens and GK, Gospel Kings. So what y'all think about that? And I'm probably gonna do something with that as well. That's saying I'm probably gonna create something so that you can represent being part of the Queens Come With Favor Academy, being part of the Queens Come With Favor Academy. So let me know what y'all think about that. And all clothing will be able for pickup in Augusta coming in June. Yes, so we will have a pickup location for people who are in Augusta who want to order. You like the GQ sis, Gospel Queens. That's what I'm talking about, Gospel Kings. So yes, I am going to be doing that. And also, if you do not follow my Queens Come With Favor Facebook page, I suggest you go to that page and follow because I'm going to be doing monthly challenges. Starting in May, I'm going to be doing a Get Up Girl challenge, right? And so what that is, but you have to be a part of my Queens Come With Favor Facebook group. What that is for the month of May, we will be doing, it's called a Get Up Girl Challenge. So we'll have either on Facebook or Zoom, we will have a early wake up call. We will have a prayer on for every day during May. And then those who can participate in a 30-minute workout after that, we will do that. So if you are a part or if you want to become a part, request to join my Queens Come With Favor Facebook page because that's where I'll be doing, the prayer and the workout. So if you want to be a part of that, make sure you go to that group so that I can let you in. Okay. So, I got some good stuff coming up. Y'all just stay tuned. And I thank y'all again for being tuned in. I love y'all. Y'all have a good night. And until next time, spread love, seek light, and mind your blessings. Bye.